welcome back to Glossandsparkle. So what I have for you today is a review on a product that's very big right now. It is the LORAC MEGA PRO 2 palette, and I just got this, so I wanted to share it with you and tell you what I thought. So on first glance, this is a really beautiful cornflower color, and I really like the packaging. It is that NARS, it looks matte packaging, but it feels very velvety, and I really like this. To be honest, it's a little smaller than I thought it was going to be. I don't know how big I thought it was going to be, but I like this compactness actually. So when you open it up, you're going to see this protective plastic in here that says LORAC on it. And as you can see, mine has a bunch of fingerprints on it because I've been using it so much. Now it has the enormous mirror as usual, and it does not prop up on its own. It does not stay. So it folds all the way back, just like that. And these are the colors that you are going to find in your palette. It is super gorgeous, and you can go a bunch of different ways with it. But to give you some more information on the palette as a whole, when I first saw this corner over here, I was very surprised. In fact, all of this right here, I was very surprised because they look similar. Do they not? And I was like, why did they do that? But then as I began swatching them, I realized that they are all very different. Each of them is unique in their own way. For example, chiffon, I like to put in the center of the eye because it gives it a nice little brightening. But then sugar is almost the same color, but it has much more of a pop, and I like to put that toward the inner corner. And I just think it's so super beautiful. Moonlight goes even further with that pop, having a little bit more shimmer, and so you could use that pretty much anywhere, even as an under brow bone highlight. And up here are the mattes, and this is porcelain and custard and bisque. Bisque is more on the pink side, whereas porcelain is more on the fair side, and then custard is leaning more toward yellow. So they're all very different. Now my favorite area of this entire palette is over here. It is Goji, Cabernet, Ash, and Sorbet, and then Tawny, Burlap, Melon, and Tangerine. Those are the my 8 favorite colors in this palette. Now I feel like all 4 of these are such a beautiful color that you could just use as a start off color, putting it all over the lid, and then you could totally deepen it up with any of these colors here for just a natural smoky eye. I've just been loving it. Goji is that beautiful reddish hue that we've been using for fall, and it's just so gorgeous. Cabernet is deepening up a little bit with going toward wine, and then Ash will give you that smokening effect. And without being too intense, it's just a natural smoky, like I said. I also appreciate that they gave you a black shadow, a plain black shadow in this palette, because although there also was a black in the LORAC MEGA 1, which I do not have, I just think it's helpful to have a black in every palette just because you can use it to make a smoky eye if you so desire. So now, what I also appreciate about this palette is that it's half matte, the 2 top rows, and then half shimmer. I find that in most palettes that I purchase, there's more shimmer colors than matte, and I like the mattes better, to be honest. I would like it if they did the majority matte colors, but 50-50 is just fine for me because you do need a little bit of shimmer most times. And these are really beautiful shimmer colors. Now over here in this bottom right corner, you're going to see a lot of really smoky, bright shimmer colors, and these are absolutely gorgeous. I love this color Olivine. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is just beautiful. It's almost like a pewter with a hint of olive. So gorgeous. Then you've got the blue quartz over here, which is a really beautiful pop of color. So although a lot of these look very neutral, just taking a first glance at this palette, you can make a bright, intense eye look with these by building them up because they are very buildable. My absolute favorite shimmer color on this palette is called Prosecco. It is the most gorgeous champagne color with that beautiful brightness. And the thing that I like about Prosecco as well is that a lot of times when you put a shimmer color, you swatch it on your hand, on your finger, it looks so vivid and beautiful, but then the second you put it on your eye, that shimmer just goes off somewhere, and who knows where it went off to. But that is not the case with Prosecco. It looks exactly the same as on the swatch on your hand, and the colors on this palette I found last all day. which is very surprising to me because most of the shadows that I am used to using, toward the end of the day, they still look good, especially if you use a primer, but they're just not quite as intense. With this, I actually looked in the mirror when I went to take off my makeup at the end of the day, and I was very surprised to see that it looked like I kind of just did my makeup not too long ago. So I was really happy with that. But overall, I think this is a really great palette to have. I know it's a little bit on the pricey side, $59, but if you can find a coupon code, oftentimes LORAC does discounts as well as shipping discounts. So if you can find a discount code, I highly recommend doing that and picking up this palette if it's something that you're interested in. So I hope this review was helpful to you if you were thinking about purchasing the LORAC MEGA PRO 2, or if you just wanted to know a little bit more about it. I hope this gave you some information. So I thank you so much for watching Gloss and Sparkle, and I'll see you next time.